Hey, what's up? Brian here with the Holy Roller, playing craps on a cruise to win a free cruise. And speaking of cruise, we're getting ready to go on a cruise. But what about travel insurance? Have you thought about it? Let's talk about it. Here we go.
Welcome to the Holy Roller, where it's all about playing craps and winning free cruises. I'm going to show you what it's all about, so let's get rolling.
Well, as you know, we get free cruise offers in the mail each and every month. All you have to pay is taxes and port fees, by the way. It's a great deal. Well, we're getting ready to go on a cruise pretty soon, and most of the time, everybody would say, especially travel agents and others, get travel insurance. And most of the time, the travel insurance has to do with the cost that you're paying for your cruise, because you're paying thousands of dollars for a cruise. And when you're paying thousands of dollars for a cruise and you might miss the flight or miss the cruise, you definitely want to have some type of insurance to recoup some of that thousands of dollars when it can be less than a couple $100s to have insurance. But what about when you get a free cruise offer and you only have to pay taxes and port fees, where instead of thousands of dollars, it would only cost hundreds of dollars? Does it make sense still to get insurance? Let me show you what I do and how I think about it. Now, in just a few moments, we'll go over to the computer and I'll show you exactly what insurance I do and why. But I do have a link in the description if you want to check it out. It actually helps to support the channel here if you get travel insurance through this company. Now, this is the company that I use, and I do get travel insurance. But let me tell you exactly what I get and why I get travel insurance. Some people might say, why are you getting travel insurance if it's only a couple $100 to go on the cruise? I'm not really concerned about my refund or if I miss a cruise or miss a flight. It's just a couple $100. I'm not looking to insure a couple $100. But the big cost could be when you're overseas or when you're out and about traveling and something happens medically. So a medical evacuation or transfer would cost a lot of money. And so how can you insure yourself from that kind of cost? That's exactly why I do it. I mainly get travel insurance in the unlikely event that something should happen physically or with our health that would lead us to a place where we would need medical coverage or medical evacuation, or in another country having to be medically transferred back to the United States. That could cost a lot of money. I recently heard of somebody that they had something happen to them and they ended up being in a hospital in Jamaica, and having to get transferred back to the United States cost them over $40,000 instead of paying their couple $100s of travel insurance. So the main reason why I would get travel insurance is strictly for medical, and I'm going to show you on here. You can decide to include the travel or just have coverage for medical. And so let's jump into it and I'll show you how it goes. All right, we're here, and remember, you can get the link down in the description of this video so that you can support the channel here, and we're just trying to provide a resource. And we do receive a tiny commission if you happen to use our link below and then purchase insurance. And it is very inexpensive, way less than 200 bucks. Let me show you. Pretty much all you have to do is choose how you're going to travel. And I like this because it has multiple options. So for people that come to the United States, or if you're domestically traveling in the United States, you can get insurance if you're going on vacation. But we're going to travel outside of the USA here. We're not going to include trip cancellation coverage on this one right here. And we're just going to select that and press get quotes. You simply choose the dates that you'll be traveling, enter in your ages, your destination. And so this one's including my spouse, and you can see the max policy per person. There's going to be other options once we get a quote. Choose your location, and we're yet to depart. So it's coming up. You can say we already departed, but I would not risk trying to get insurance after you've departed. So yet to depart. Here we go. Let's update that. And so once that updates, then we could go to get quotes. Now this is going to generate some quotes for us, and they populate here. And you can see for $30, I can have myself and my wife covered for not only these different medical policy, evacuation, $1 million. It would cost $250 if I happen to have to be medically evacuated. And so I really like that one for 30 bucks. That's a great deal. Here's $29.16, but you could see that it only has a $100,000 And it does have a $50,000, but it's still a $250 deductible. And it looks like you could watch a video about what it includes. And you can also go to more info or view more here, and you can expand it and really see all of the stuff here. And you can see that's a pretty good deal for traveling for a week and being insured and not having to worry if something medically happens. And so let's go back and we can see how much it would be if we included our travel insurance to cover our cost of travel. All right, we're going to go back to the home page. We're just going to select this, include the cost of travel, and then get some quotes there. Choose our primary location, enter our ages. And here on this one, instead of just adding the ages, you're going to add the trip cost. And let's say we're going to do a regular cruise and it's going to cost us $2,000 each. So a total of $4,000. Let's go ahead and update that. Initial trip deposit date, let's say today, and the final payment made within the last 24 hours. Let's go ahead and get quotes. All right, you can see with the travel insurance, significantly more. But like I said, if you were getting a free cruise by playing craps on a cruise and not having to pay full price, you're not going to have to really insure just a couple $100, because you could see it costs a couple $100 to insure the $4,000 there. And they have some other ones here. But anyway, great site to be able to shop around and find out which insurance would be best for you. So I really like this site. This is the one I use. There are some out there that may look similar, but this one I find has been really easy. Now, I haven't had to use the insurance, and I guess that's the main thing about insurance. You want insurance that you don't have to use, but I also want to pay for insurance that doesn't cost a lot just in case I don't use it. But if I do use it, I want it to cover it, and that's why I would do that $30 package covering the medical part, because that is the most expensive. I think the most expensive part that you can have while traveling is if you have any kind of medical issues happen. So that's why I would just cover, just in my opinion, this is not financial advice or insurance advice. This is just my opinion. I would just cover the medical incidents and pay $30 for insurance. All right, remember, we have the link down below in the description. If you ever get insurance while traveling, whether in the United States or out of the United States, I'd love it if you'd support the channel here simply by clicking that link and using this insurance. Well, hey, thanks for watching. And remember, if you haven't got a free cruise yet, but playing craps on a cruise, make sure to subscribe to the channel here. And remember, you can't lose if you get a free cruise offer. And I guess you can't lose if you have insurance when it comes to medical insurance as well. Anyway, I thought this would be a good video. If you'd like to see more about how to play craps on a cruise to win a free cruise, watch this video. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And we'll see you cruising and rolling on a craps table soon. See ya.